Hi guys, this is becoming too much. Asari Dokubo has vowed to deal with the Igbøs. What exactly has the Igbøs done to Asari Dokubo and his courts? This is becoming too much. Asari Dokubo will come out on live TV and threatening Igbøs. Asari Dokubo will come out on live TV and tell the world how he has been, buying Igbøs, how he has done a big favor for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu not treating him well. This is really becoming ridiculous. What's happening in this country today? So guys, let me drop this video. This video will shock you. This video will shock you. Say the reason why Igbos are saying they want to leave Nigeria. Okay, let me drop this video. I'll be right back.
Go and ask for our work in Imo. Our work now in Anambra. In Iyala, Nameshi. You saw the number of uncountable number of dead bodies, skeleton and skulls. How we arrested those people, put them off in coordinated operation with the Nigerian military, with the Nigerian police. And it's so sad that we do all this work. You saw the trailers, you saw the bones, the skulls, hundreds of skulls. You saw the road that had been planted by improvised explosive of Bunigwe. I would risk our life in digging them out. Go to Baga, go to Mangoro, go to Kotangora, go to Wasi, and see what our men are doing for Nigeria.
Asari Dokubo, a repentant militant, have sent a direct and a stern warning to all the residents indigent of the southeastern region of Nigeria. Yes, this man known as Dokubo have threatened to invade the southeastern region of Nigeria if attention is not paid to this particular issue we're about to discuss in this video. So the question here is, why is this man threatening the whole of Southeast and some other regions in Nigeria that he's going to invade and send some of his boys into their regions? Well, in this video, we shall be discussing and exposing every single thing that has happened behind the scenes up until this very point in time. Yes, so to kickstart this video, something interesting happened in Port Harcourt 5 days ago. So the question here is, what happened? Well, take a look at this publication showing right now on your screen. And this particular publication or article is coming from a very, very popular media house domiciled in the south region of Nigeria, where it states, just in, Asari Dokubo appointed leader of Muslims in southeast and south regions of the country. Yes, so the moment you receive this particular article coming from Igbøs TV, it sounded like a very peaceful appointment. It sounded like a very, very peaceful post that was given to Asari Dokubo, but things have changed real quick. Yes, so to better understand what is currently going on here, this particular article also went a step further to give us more clarity, where it states the appointment was formally announced during a courtesy visit by the leadership of the Eastern and Southern Nigeria Islamic Council to his palace in Elem, Kalabari in Rivers State, Nigeria. Showing right now on your screen is the day and time when this man known as Asari Dokubo was made a leader in the southeastern region of Nigeria. So when you take a closer look, you definitely see that the three major languages or tribes in Nigeria were represented in this particular meeting. Yes, they had a representative from the southeastern region of Nigeria, they had someone from the northern part of Nigeria, and someone from the western part of Nigeria, all in attendance to make this guy a leader in the southeast and the southwest Islamic group. But then things quickly changed. Things have changed as we speak, because this particular meeting, which was previously very peaceful, has gradually turned to something very, very different and might generate to a series of violence in that region. Yes, so what is currently happening? take a look at this post or publication released by a close ally, a close representative of Mr. Asari Dokubo, which did not sit well with a lot of individuals from the southeastern region of Nigeria. Well, this particular post reads, "Congratulations to Alhaji Asari Dokubo, the President General of Muslims in South-South and Southeast. His primary duty is to ensure more converts, establish of Sharia panels in both regions, and more buildings of mosques. And Saudi Arabia are ready to bring in money for this." This particular statement, like I said, did not sit well with a lot of Easterners, because why will you want to create Sharia courts or Sharia panels in the southeastern region of Nigeria? This did not sit well with a lot of Igbos, and that is why they came out to vent their anger and to state their vexation. Yes, the Igbos were like, "We don't want you to bring in Sharia courts into our region. You can be a leader of the Muslims here in this particular part of the country, but you can't bring in the Sharia courts into our region. We don't want it here. We have only one constitution in our region, which you respect. We don't want you to bring any religious body or religious laws and regulations into this particular part of the country." So as you can see, the response made by the southeastern leaders was actually very, very peaceful, and something any region that doesn't want any form of violence would say. But then Asari Dokubo came out to make something very, very fascinating, something that definitely will make a lot of headlines in the coming months. This man claimed that if the Igbos or the southeasterners doesn't want him to be their leader, the Islamic leaders, and possibly create series of Islamic institutions in that region, he has the resources, he has the manpower and the men to actually invade and force those institutions into play. This man also had the guts to make mention of the fact that he already has instituted some militia group in Imo State, Nigeria, who are currently operating within that state. Well, take a look at this particular publication showing right now on your screen, which states the fact that this is how Asari Dokubo militia operates in Imo State, Nigeria. But then as we speak, we are yet to verify this particular publication. We are yet to fact check it to see if it's true. But then we all know who this man is, Asari Dokubo. This man who was once a militant, a very popular one in Nigeria, a man who has caused a lot of chaos, a lot of unrest in the South-South. This man is the same person that was made a religious leader in Nigeria. This doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't make sense at all, because how can you make a militant, a man who we all know basically works against the rule of law? He doesn't respect Nigeria's constitution. He doesn't respect Nigeria's police, the military, or whatsoever. This is the kind of man that was made a leader. Well, this doesn't sit well with me, and as we speak, we're still trying to do more research about this particular case. But then this man still insists that if the Southeasterners doesn't allow him to operate freely in their region, he's going to invade the Southeast. This actually is a very, very funny one, because how can you leave your own part of the country and want to go into somebody else's region and invade them, like force them to do something they don't want to do, force them to practice a religion that they don't want to practice? Yes, they don't want to practice some of your religious rights, institutions, or whatsoever, and you want to impose it on them, you want to force it there, and at the same time telling them that if you don't obey me, I will have to invade you. Who is this man that he wants to actually invade individuals in the country? Well, this is a very, very laughable one, a very, very funny one. But then we all know that currently the Southwesterners are still battling with these Islamic courts, Islamic panels, and whatsoever, because recently the current governor of Osun State had to go to a court so as to prevent the Sharia court from operating in his own state. Wow. This country is always funny. Every single day you hear things that will make you laugh or make you very, very sad. Anyways, moving on swiftly, we all know what happened in Edo State yesterday, in Uromi to be precise. You hear some Fulanis who were traveling from River State to Kano or whatsoever were unalived. Yeah, as we speak, the government of Edo State have made about 16 arrests. That's very, very quick. Yes, as we speak, 16 individuals have been arrested, individuals linked to that particular crime that happened in Edo State, Nigeria. Well, this is a very nice one. It's good to actually react swiftly and quickly when there's crime or when there's an unrest. But then in Enugu State last week, in Benue State last week, and Ebonyi State last week, we received a series of news that Fulani herdsmen unalived individuals in that part of the country. But then no arrests were made. We did not hear that the police jumped into the case to make quick and swift arrests. Yeah, we don't know why the police can't arrest these bandits who are causing insecurities in the south and southeast, but then they can arrest individuals swiftly in Edo State yesterday. Well, this doesn't make sense, and we hope the Nigerian police and the security apparatus can actually wake up and face things as it occurs and as it plays out. Anyways, moving on swiftly, in our previous video, we made a series of revelations regarding how the government of Finland are currently asking the USB citizens for a favor. Yes, as we speak, the government of Finland wants the USB citizens to do them a favor, and if you want to see the favor they're asking you guys to do for them, we have a video that will showcase and expose everything.
Alright guys, thank you very much for always stopping by. What's your take on this? Please share your thoughts below the comment section, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you, and bye for now.